Hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. Basically on the line with the favorite vets on this Veterans Day. So to all our veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Greatly celebrating those who are have served and those who continue to serve. Only answered the call, and you all answered the call. So, of course, we greatly appreciate all love, respect to the veterans out there. What's good, Eric? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's good, Ron? How you doing this morning, fellow vet? What's going on, brother?
Blessed beyond measure. Thankful to see another Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans.
Yes, yes, yes. So, indeed, so of course, you know what I'm saying, we're here, present. Sorry we missed us yesterday. Had to do something, a couple of things, get some things taken care of. From the work perspective, other jobs and stuff like that. But in case we may not have been here, but that doesn't exclude uh, sports continue to go on. What's good there, Master Sergeant? What's going on, Master Sergeant? How you doing, sir? Glad to see you in formation with us this morning. I know you chilling. What y'all got going on? How many of y'all vets out there that's watching, that's tapping in with us, that's following with us this morning? How many of y'all got a full assault on those organizations, those institutions, those that shows love and benefits and allow that? How many? What's the assault? What's the plan? I have never done it in my military career. Not to mention my post career, I've never been one to engage or fall, you know what I'm saying, or go and do all that sort of stuff. I know there's always something. I've heard stories, I've seen the lines. Goodness, Eric, you already hit 3? Who you hit already? Who you done tapped in already? Dang, you do more before 6 o'clock than most do. Oh, going back at 12. Goodness gracious, 3 already? Who are you done tapped into, Eric? Brian, I know we talked before. You just like me, haven't been that person to go and be like, man, I ain't finna. I just look at it as I'm not finna stand in no long lines. If I'm on or near a military installation and doing that, then everyone's there. Everyone's the same as I am. So I was like,
Eric,
I'm not doing
yeah,
it.
he's on a killing spree.
Yeah, he already. I wonder, I wonder is Bishop out doing that right now? That's why we don't see him right now. I wonder what's good. But in any case, like I said, sports doesn't win these Krispy Kremes in another donut spot. They quick. Get in and get out, huh? Oh, he said, well, sorry, Miller said he hasn't. He's not tapping in on them. Uh, I hit them in the past. This year will not. Yeah, I haven't. That has never been me. Uh, I just didn't do it. Like I said, didn't feel like waiting in lines, hitting Hooters after this. Well, let's get to it, Eric. So you will mess up your ETA. Uh, we got. So let's start off here. So I was looking through a couple of things, Ron. In which one of those things in which I tapped in and tend to look at and see is the pound for pound rankings. So when I say pound for pound, what does that say to you, Ron? If I said the pound for pound rankings in professional boxing.
Pound for pound, when it comes to professional boxing, I hear whoever got them best pounds, them best fists.
Dishing them out, huh? Throwing them
so,
things, letting them go.
so pound for pound, gotta be somebody that's the best.
Good, buddy. Glad to see you falling in with us this morning. Greatly appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jay. Appreciate Thank you, man. Greatly appreciate it. Appreciate y'all all following. So yes, like you was just saying, Ron, the best. Who got them things? Who slang them things the best? Regardless of what division you in, regardless how big, how small you are, a ranking that basically entails who is determined to be the best pugilist, because that's what it is in that square circle. Of course, we have people like, what's good, Steve? Glad to see you, Information fam, a fellow vet, grad to, saying shout out to Stephen Horn, one of the people in which I serve with additionally. So pound for pound, right? ESPN put out their pound for pound ranking based, which is interesting. Of course, start at number 10, Shakur Stevenson, junior lightweight. Also the junior lightweight unified champion. What's good, TT? Another vet. Shout out to my sis, Cyro Kai Military Sorority Incorporated. Glad to see you, Information. Appreciate the love and support. So, like I said, Shakur Stevenson, he's ranked number 10. He was ranked number 9. He's currently 19-0 with 9 knockouts. Junior lightweight unified champion. His last fight, he fought Robinson Consakea, in which he doesn't have a fight scheduled. Number 9, Arthur Beterbiev, 18-0, 18 knockouts, lightweight heavyweight champion, unified. Let me stand corrected. Unified lightweight heavyweight champion. His last fight was a TKO against Joe Smith Jr. in June 18th. His next fight will be January 28th against Anthony Yarde. At number 8, previously not ranked, but he's ranked now, 29-0, 15 knockouts, lightweight Devin Haney. Of course, we've seen his last fight. He won a unanimous decision over Kambrosov Jr. October 16th. Currently, he is not scheduled for any fights coming up. Coming in at number 7, Dmitry Bivol, a 21-0. 11 of those 21 wins are knockouts. He is the light heavyweight champion. His last fight was against Gilberto Ramirez on November 5th, in which he won an unanimous decision. Currently, he is not scheduled for any fights. Coming in at number 6, the heavyweight champion, 32-0 and 1, that 23 knockouts. Next fight, Derek Chisora, and that his last fight was a TKO win over Dillian White on April 23rd. Of course, we're talking no other than Fury at number 6. At number 5, Canelo Alvarez, 57-2-2, 39 knockouts, superweight, undisputed champion of the world, Ron. We ain't talking of the world. His last win, Gennady Golovkin, of course, Triple G, September 17th. Well, the unanimous decision. That was a lackluster fight, in my opinion. Coming in, Alexander Usyk at number 4, 20-0, 13 knockouts. He is a heavyweight unified champion. His last win, split decision over Anthony Joshua, August 20th. He doesn't have any current fights coming up. At number 3, Errol Spence Jr., ranked number 3, of course, 28-0, 22 knockouts, welterweight unified champion. Last fight was against Yordenas Ugas, April 16th. He got a TKO in the 10th round. At number 2, 23-0, 20 of them by knockout, bantamweight unified champion. His last fight, Latino Donier, June 7th. He has a fight coming up December 13th against Paul Butler, none other than Noah Unique. And at the number 1 spot, Ron, who is a headline of a fight that we've been waiting to see, and it was supposed to go down next week, but they couldn't come together. It was rumored that Floyd Mayweather said if he ain't gave the okay, it ain't happening. 38-0, 29 of those 38 wins by knockout. Welterweight champion. Last fight, November 20th, he knocked out Sean Porter in a TKO. Next fight, December 10th against David Avdiashan, none other than Terrence Bud Crawford, #1 pound for pound fighter. Of course, Ron, I know, like I was just talking about Errol Spence Jr. and a Crawford fight going possibly. We talk about Tyson Fury, who basically takes care, knocks out people, recommends abandonment, gives up the body, puts them hands down. Is it surprise you that Terrence Crawford is #1 pound for pound?
Hmm. No, because actually I was going through this. I was looking for this list on ESPN,
Mm-hmm.
and so many different ones that came up. And in the top 4 or 5 is shuffled up
Yes.
around. Ask me a question: is this a pound for pound list? And all you keep hearing is champion, this champion, that champion, this. And a lot of these fellas ain't catching no L's either, undefeated. So no, I'm happy to see him at that spot. It makes sense for him, and it could be a lot of other people, like I just said.
Correct. And then, like you said, we look at it in that course, Canelo #5, he's the only person with a loss, 2 losses, but he also has 61 titles under his belt. Like that, like you were saying, does that make a difference? Everyone's undefeated for the most part, but also does that say some of them in the same weight class? Why is it? Do you think
That was I was going to ask you too. With all of it, with some of them being in the same weight class, a lot of undefeated records. It's like, wait, is
who they
this
fighting? How can you be? Yeah,
is this beautiful art watered down? What's going
mm,
on?
that part.
Why
That is a good
is that
question.
the problem with boxing that we've been trying to figure out, Trey?
That one is like, is it? I'm very sure because they are in there, and I'm very sure I'm not going to sit up and consider myself a boxer if I'm scared to throw hands. Is it strategic? Does it? Is that what makes it works for? It stands for it to work its way in because it's a money draw, a money grab. Think about it. We seen Floyd Mayweather, who was considered to be one of the most prolific boxers of our time. We see him not fight certain people. We didn't see a Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight till probably way past when we should have seen it, right? And of course, when we saw it, no one thought it was that fight that produced fireworks. Floyd Mayweather even was a different fighter at that time, or he just used a different strategy. In any case, a lot of people felt that it did not live to the billing in which it had built up, came up to be. Uh, and a lot of people were unsatisfied. Is that what we're going? Is the almighty dollar really the true champion in this fact, Ron? Is that do you think that's what we're seeing?
Right. That's actually who I was going to blame before you even got into it. It's
Mm,
the Floyd Money Mayweather effect.
mm.
Um, and it makes sense, but I can't say it clearly it hurts the sport, but something is, taken away from the product. And that fight, it like scammed the whole world because just about everybody bought that fight. Everybody
Mhm.
was watching. It was 4 years after the fact, 3, 4 years. Ugh. Who you blame for that, Floyd or Pacquiao? Pacquiao didn't want to take the drug test. Floyd didn't want to go ahead and man up and fight.
What's good, Lou Bone, homie from the West Coast? What's going on, Lou? Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for following with us this morning. So, when you look at that, Brian, it's Floyd. I think finessed the system.
I blame Pacquiao. Like, dog,
What?
take the
Take the drug test. And what I was about to say, like Floyd finessed the system. Pacquiao, it's like they both was finding loopholes to say why. Was it because legitly Pacquiao wasn't ready? Was it something in the system why he's like, I'm not taking the drug test? It comes down to a lot of stuff. So that same premise in which we're talking about can be that was when put on in regard when you talk about the same things when we're talking about why didn't Kyrie say if he was or wasn't. Everyone has their meanings, reasons why. Doesn't necessarily mean the worst of the situations, but it comes out, and we see that in the sports. But it robbed the people, it robbed the fans. No different from when we get into the NFL talk about the Washington Commanders assistant attorney general felt like the Washington Commanders have been robbing the people in Washington. So it's like, it robbed the fans. The fans pay their hard-earned dollars to view these things, and then the viewing is like, if you don't get what you want, like a lot of people don't like Thursday night football. For whatever reason, I can't make a proper pick on Thursday night football to save my life. I'm glad that it was not, saying my life.
Playing yesterday.
It's ridiculous. But so you're saying, when are we gonna get, or is it the fans? Are the fans fooling themselves to sit up and think that these stories that play out in front of us should be a certain type of way? Are we fooling ourselves, Ron, to think that, hey, every time we see a game, it should just be packed full of excitement, and it should go on how it plays out in our head? Are we fooling ourselves? Is that what it is? Are the fans to blame for this stuff?
We are definitely fooling ourselves. As the masses always get fooled, but that's a whole nother topic. But dang, I done lost my point. Oh, it's so we're gonna have bad games.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
We don't need to see them though. I don't know. Some fans just want to get out to a game, but prime time events.
Mm-hmm.
No, these Thursday night football games, Trey, gotta stop. This is ridiculous. Even Jeff Bezos came and apologized. So it's a yes and a yes.
A yes and a yes. And you know what? It's ridiculous that Jeff Bezos has a, because they planned the games. It just so happened in the process when they planned the games that they are on Prime. When the NFL Network was putting out games, it makes you to where you have to go back and think about it. Like when the NFL Network had Thursday night football, were the games this trash?
I think it's always been Thursday night games is like, roll of the dice. You have no idea what you're gonna get. But here, it seems like the worst teams are playing. I mean, the Chicago Bears ain't that bad now, but in them early weeks, we got them like 2 Thursdays.
You said yes, they was. Oh. And so now, but here we have it. But of course, you know what I'm saying? Like Brian said, that's a whole nother topic. Maybe one day, there's a couple of things which you said we probably just want to one day have a sit down and really dive in on something. This could be that, like, are the fans the plight to these organizations? Are we fooling ourselves? We're going to have to do a whole thesis on this.
One quick point that I was going to say just on top of it is, the first thing that came to my mind was, is the fans the problem? And I'm like, dang, after the pandemic, they offered these stadiums up, and we was back in there like, boom.
Yeah. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? We're ready to go, ready to see, take my money.
What the heck is 6 feet space?
Oh my goodness! Shout out to the fans. We are the real MVPs.
That's right.
So next up, right? Still a fan. You know what I'm saying? Still a fan. College football. We are getting ready to go into those late games of the season, college football season, in which are going to determine who is the teams in which we'll be seeing in this beloved college football playoff. A few of us still have an opportunity to be able to claim the fame, to be able to hoist the trophy with our teams virtually in our mindsets. A couple games that's going to go on for the top 25. Number 2, Ohio State. I know Ron. Ron, do you hope Ohio State loses prior to getting to Michigan?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I just asked that question. So Ohio State, number 2 ranked Ohio State, takes on Indiana. I don't foresee a loss there, but who knows? Number 5, Tennessee will face off against Missouri Tigers. Mizzou, stand up, Eric. I know you're saying that's your squad. Number 7 ranked LSU will travel to Arkansas to battle the Razorbacks. Number 20th ranked Notre Dame will take on Service Member Academy, the Navy. Of course, I don't hope for an upset in that. We need Notre Dame as high as they can by the time we play them at the end of the season. Number 21 ranked Illinois will do battle with Purdue. Number 24th ranked Kentucky will host the Vanderbilt. Number 3 ranked Michigan does battle with the Cornhuskers of Nebraska. Number 9 ranked Alabama faces number 11th ranked Ole Miss. Number 10 ranked Clemson will do battle with not even ranked Louisville. Number 14 ranked Penn State will host Maryland. Number 16 North Carolina State will do battle with Boston College. Another battle of top 25 teams. The 17th ranked Green Wave of New Orleans, Louisiana will be facing off against the 22nd ranked University of Central Florida for a battle for supremacy in the American Athletic Conference. Number 1 ranked Georgia will be facing off against Mississippi State. Number 6 ranked Oregon plays host to the 25th ranked Washington Huskies, just coming across the line to do battle 81-72. Let's go Washington. Number 19 ranked Kansas State will do battle with Baylor. Number 4 TCU will battle against 18th ranked Texas. Can the TCU Horned Frogs continue on with their plight? Take out another 18 ranked team. We see what that did for Tennessee, laying waste to top 25 teams. Does the same thing happen for TCU? 15th ranked North Carolina will take on Wake Forest. 23rd ranked Florida State and Syracuse. 13th ranked Utah will do battle with Stanford. 12th ranked UCLA has a game with Arizona before their game next week against the currently ranked USC Trojans. Let's go on 3 as USC will face off against Colorado this week in the Coliseum. Ron, do you hear any upsets this week?
Oh yeah, lots of them. It's crazy that TCU made the top. And are they going to stay there? Vegas does not think so. It's crazy that the Texans are favored by 8 points against 14. It's crazy that Texas is 6-3, and still in this top 25. There's so many other teams that have 1 or 2 losses. So that game right there, upset. If TCU wins, is basically an upset. Because Texas is supposed to handle it.
You're right. You're correct. That is according to the line. The line 7, like you said, an 8-game underdog. TCU is an 8-point underdog as a 4th rank, top rank. If the CFP was to be chosen today, TCU would be in the playoff. But yet Texas holds an 8-point victory scale. Interesting, definitely interesting. Oregon, 13-point favorite. Georgia, 16-point favorite. Tulane's 2-point favorite.
They saying UCF is coming. The game that's
USC of 35-point favorite. Yes, I'm listening.
35-point. Y'all packed squads. It's shocking to me how many of y'all got 1 and 2 losses. It kind of, same thing we were just talking about with boxing heavyweight. I mean, boxing period. It's like, why is so many incredible records out there? Y'all got four teams, 7-8-1 or 7-2. Well, that's going to change because Oregon and Washington play each other. I don't think there's any way Washington keeps up with Oregon.
And Washington play each other. Yeah, Oregon and Washington plays each other this week. Next week, UCLA and USC play each other. I'm not sure who Stanford has up next. Utah, but I don't foresee Utah losing. to Stanford.
Yeah. But I guess that y'all schedules is back ended. Y'all all play each other at the end. Um,
Yeah, but especially UCLA, USC, that's the rivalry game that they always put at the end. Between them two, we usually face Cal, UCLA, and or Notre Dame towards the end of the season, um, depending on where we're going. Of course, it doesn't take anything. UCLA is just down the highway, so
yeah,
that's not much of a trip. Uh,
Oregon has to lose though. If y'all beat UCLA and Notre Dame, there's no. It's crazy. We only got 4 playoff spots.
for this year,
Um,
when they open it up,
Speaking of playoff spots, I don't know how many SEC teams was going to get to them, but another upset that jumped off the screen to me
mhm.
was Saw and LSU. I don't know why LSU is only favored by 3 points against a 5-4
Mm.
coming off beating Alabama. Something ain't right around there, Trey. Something ain't right.
That's like the primaries, man. I tell you, they'll put it like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We just think that Alabama is a better representation of the conference. So LSU, we're going to go ahead and let you get this win to build the ratings to help the SEC network. But we're going to go ahead and have to get that back from you the next week as you get upset by Arkansas, which allows Ole Miss, you're going to have to lay down, and we allow Alabama to get back to where they should be.
How is my Rams looking coming off their Super Bowl, sir?
That part, that is so correct.
LSU had their Super Bowl last weekend, upsetting Alabama. I can't imagine how hard they partied. Um, they gonna come out here and look strugglers. This is my upset of the week.
I said the week LSU loses to Arkansas.
Oh yes, yes sir.
If I look at this, I think my upset of the week is Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is going to punch Alabama in the mouth.
Alabama's favored by 12 points, and I cannot
And
figure out. I'll be definitely betting that Ole Miss plus 12. If they pull up the upset and Alabama lose 3, I don't think there's no way Alabama loses again. Like Saban, they gonna burn down Tuscaloosa.
I think Kiffin's going to have them ready going in, knowing that Kirby Smart is the only one that seemingly is able to beat Nick Saban. I think Lane is like, I want some of that too. Like, let's keep the party going. I think Lane comes in and takes care of business.
Ooh.
Let's go, Jackson Dart. Uh, so yeah, so of course, you know, saying on. Hopefully, we come in, whatever we said, the state Ron, bet that, get your loot, um, and we'll be able to talk about it on Monday. Um, as hopefully, kind of all our teams, USC, Michigan, um, and the other teams take care of business. We hit see on Monday. Sunday. We'll know what the top 25 is. AP Tuesday night, we'll know what the top 25 is, CFP, and yet it'll be on and on. They continue to go on. So, moving into a little NBA topic, right? Yesterday, or this week, Kyrie Irving and Commissioner Roger Goodell decided to have a sit down and talk amongst each other in reference to all the things that have taken place with Kyrie Irving sent in reference to the anti-Semitic quote fallout, not quote posting. So of course, in state is NBA Commissioner Roger, I'm not Roger Goodell, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver attested that he does not believe in any way, form, or fashion that Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. He just doesn't believe it. Um, But of course, there was a lot of backlash from the fans. Again, there you go, that word fans. From the fans that determined that in which they really felt that there was there should have been there should have been more done. There should have been more done to basically. Sorry about that. There should have been more done basically to make it to where Kyrie should have been handled earlier. So Silver came on and stated that, hey, check this. Basically, that's what I'm hearing in my mind. Hey, check this out. Y'all chill for a second. We have to sit up and go forth and make sure that there is enough of a reason to sit up and to bring forth a punishment for him. They, of course, teamed up with the Brooklyn organization, and they had to. He said basically they had to see where it was, what it was in which Kyrie, what was the context in which Kyrie was Jewish himself, went and watched the film Hebrews to Negroes, Black America wake up. He was, and he said upon what he determined that it is hate speech, and that it would be they can move forth and figure out what would be the best suited for Kyrie Irving. And so, of course, that's what came up with the 5-game suspension by Brooklyn. He's already feel, I guess, one of the things in which he went and had to sit down with Adam Silver and have a discussion with him to see what it was. What's good, Anthony? Glad to see you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Glad to see your information. So they did have a sit down, a discussion, and talk. Now what we have is, I don't think we're gonna have a situation with Kyrie coming out and doing all those things in which new the Brooklyn Nets won't. I think it's going to basically be a median that they're going to come to. Basically, it's starting to cost Kyrie in state, and I don't know. We know Kyrie to be pretty of a pretty stern individual, stand on his beliefs. Nike CEO, co-founder, Nike getting back in business together. We know Kyrie has been a Nike signee since 2011. 2014, he got his own shoe line, his signature shoe line, which has produced 8 shoes. Seventh. The 8th shoe would have dropped last week, but it didn't. Ron, do you know how much Nike was paying Kyrie to be a sponsor?
When was his contract? When did the
His
contract?
contract was from. I'm very sure it went up because I know he had re-signed it.
Yeah, I think that's the number. It's got to be somewhere, probably like
He was
200 mil.
getting an average. I'm not sure what the total or what the length of it was, but he was basically making 11 million a year annually.
Only 11.
Is that enough? 11 million annually. He's making 11 million annually. Oh, you know what? When you say that only 11, I said, yeah, I get you.
I got a couple pair of Kyries. I would have figured his shoe sales is a lot more than 11 million per year. I mean, that's like a 10-year, 200-year contract.
And you know what? That's funny. When you say a couple of Kyries, I've had, when it comes down to the signature shoes, I don't usually have any signature shoes. I realize I don't go out and purchase signature shoes. I've had a pair. I have a pair of PGs right now. I've had a pair of Jordans before. And that's probably where it stops at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till you just said, oh, yeah, I got a couple of Kyries. I was like, I've never had a pair of LeBrons, Kobe's, KD's, none of that. Well, I only for one, I only wear I pretend to wear Nike anyway.
A lot of basketball, do you?
What you say, man?
I said you don't play a lot of basketball, do you?
No, I do. I mean, not anymore. I haven't did. I've been saying I was going to be back out there, but So, but then even then, I wouldn't wear those shoes. I don't think I would wear. I would still wear something else because those are more so streetwear in my opinion. So I wouldn't wear any
Oh,
Jordans or none of that. But
oh no, they're not streetwear. They're made in these
to play
incredible Nike
basketball,
to play basketball.
you see
I
how the
get what
body.
you. Nah, I ain't wearing my Jordans to play no hoops. You got your money. But
Who
I
out there is
felt
wearing
like
their signature? That's a good question. I wonder who's wearing signature shoes to play ball.
a
I
lot of
wonder.
people
Please answer that.
kind of have to.
Well, you have to. That's why That's why you get seen. They got to be seen, and that's how they get seen. I know.
Let me fly through the air and finger roll while my kicks is in your face. Kyrie's shoes is up there with comfortability though, so I'm shocked.
Oh, the
Still.
Kyries are.
Oh yeah, he got one of the best, most comfortable shoes. Of course, they all design their own. I'm pretty sure with the Nike
Hmm.
tech.
I need to get my I need to get my priorities straight.
You played in some PGs though.
Uh,
Well, you wore them. His is okay.
no, I did. I just wore 'em.
Those is a,
I didn't play in them. $200 play basketball in those Jordans. My point exactly, Anthony.
I didn't.
No one is.
Jordan completely different. Kyrie's shoes are like $95. And Jordans, I don't recommend playing in Jordans either. Because those Jordans could resell for, you can put another zero on there. You gotta keep them things fresh.
Box it all. I
They,
watch the a few Instagrams when my man go through and they do the inspection to make sure they're certified the shoe. They be doing the most on those inspections, bro.
oh,
They
and
smell
yeah,
the shoe to make sure it has having. They be doing the most. Shout
is
out to the
this
shoe inspectors. Oh my goodness. So, of course, like you said, that being said, like going back into that, do you think he come in, or do you think there's more to come in reference to Kyrie? Does he come back to Brooklyn without having to fully feel that list in which they put out? Is there even meeting to be met, or you think it's going to be Brooklyn's going to be without Kyrie a little bit longer than their fifth games, as he's already served 4 games?
I said it the other day. I don't feel like Kyrie ever dribbles another basketball in the NBA.
Hmm.
Seen the last of. How wild is that? Is that like there's no way? Does that go through your head, or can you believe that?
So I guess I can believe it to an extent because Kyrie is a strong in that sense. So of course we know a lot of things come to mind when you think about a lot of things come to mind when we talk about basically doing the taking care of uh, the things in which he stood on. Like some things he's come back and said, y'all couldn't really believe that I believe that the world was flat. But he must believe that he believed that in state. So we see when Kyrie takes a stance, he takes a stance, regardless who thinks what he takes a stance and he stands on it. Of course, the trying to get more money for the sisters in the WNBA. He's even given up some of his own cash to do that, in which he tends to take stances, and so I can believe that in what you're saying because that could be a lot. You know, saying that ask him to swallow. Like you're telling him that he needs to come back and say that I am anti-Semitic. I am not an anti-Semitic believer, or my beliefs are this, that, the third. Um, People take that, take that away to sit up and talk about if I don't care to give out what my religion is, that's my own personal, that's for me. I don't have to. That's not something which I have to discuss and disclose. And so when it comes down to it, I just think that I can believe what you're saying. Like he's not going to play again because Especially if he has ultimatums and all that have to be accomplished before he can get back onto a floor. He doesn't. He's not going. He might not play again. At this point, he could go create his own lane somewhere else.
Right. Excellent point. You gave my replying statement without me even having to say a word. Amen. Tell me about Kyrie said my bad when got his booster shot. Yeah, there's no way. He got that. I think he got too much Kobe in him. He got that.
Someone will sign Kyrie and that's why I say, but it determines. Like when my initial was, I wonder how much of the league was into those ultimatums in which were made. So if the league didn't really have too much of a play in that, then of course someone would sign Kobe. Someone would sign Kyrie based off the fact of the league was hands off. But if the league does have a play in that, it's going to be a little sticky for them to sign him because he's still going to have to serve that and engage in that. So I wonder how much of it was imposed, or did the league say yes, we're fine with that, or was it all the Brooklyn Nets in the league say okay, that's fine. So if Kyrie doesn't do it and they release him or waive him, who's willing to go ahead and sign him?
I have a very hard time, Trev, thinking any team that wants to sign Mr. Anti-Semitism. and especially if he's, like we just said, he ain't going to back down. So it's going to continue. There's going to be more interviews. He's going to have to talk about this again. And he's already showed he's not apologizing. He's not saying anything. He's going to take his hits.
Who stands with Kyrie in this? We've seen the NBPA president and vice president both come and said, of course, the president being CJ McCullough came and stated that he believes that they're asking too much of Kyrie. And of course, you have the vice president, that being Jaylen Brown, saying that Jaylen Brown steady, and additionally that they're doing too much. So who else stands with Kyrie? We already know what his mans in them said. LeBron is like, it's hurtful. Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley. Do you think people come back from that? Are receipts being taken, you think, Ron?
I don't want to say, I don't know my answer, but I don't know if receipts is being taken, but what I do know is that everybody's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's paying attention.
Fans are taking receipts, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Keep that energy, Shaq. Keep that energy, Chuck.
Whew. Minister Farrakhan's even watching. He came out. But so and they took him down. They said no, you can get off these social media platforms too. So
I did see it. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I did see. I was like, I'm coming back to it. I saw it was a couple of clips with Minister Farrakhan. If you don't know Minister Louis Farrakhan, of the Nation of Islam. I'll probably go find that.
I'm shocked that the NBA Players Union came out. Well, I knew Jalen Green has said something, but go ahead, CJ, like that. That's what we need in our leader.
Stand up. That's what you was
So CJ McCollum
hired for, to fight for your. What you say, CJ? What now?
I said CJ McCollum ain't ever spent no time with Kyrie on no team, no family trips, no vacations.
True that.
Spent half a decade with this man. And came out and threw him under the bus. Come on, King James.
It's sometimes you gotta protect your brand, man. That's what it be. Sometimes you gotta protect your brand, and we get it, we understand it. But is there a point to where you let the brand go and you sit up and you take a stance on something? Like, is there, you're saying sports shenanigans, the speakeasy? Is there something out there that you would let your brand go? I'm very sure it is. Not saying that you have to. There's got to be. I know there's something out there that you're like, you know what? I just got to take a stance, and this is what I'm going to do. and if I got to lose what potentially could be my livelihood on, I'm willing to do that.
The difference is, shout out Sports and Shenanigans, because I wish CJ was in the comments or something right now, because he come hard at LeBron. Mr. Coon this and Coon that. I'm like, come on, stop it. So the difference is, first of all, LeBron has a multi-billion-dollar industry on his hands. And he's barely exited his prime in the NBA. He just started his school. He's doing all this and that. He should not, put his stuff on the line for this, because what is going to be like? What can he do in the next 20 years if we're looking back at the past 20 of everything he's done as a black man in this country for our people? The littlest things, giving just little black boys somebody to look up into and believe in, and be like, man, I could, raise a family and be like that, doing the things for the school. I think. But then you can be like, dang, LeBron, you just signed that $1 billion contract with China, and you heard they was doing concentration camps over there.
Mm.
Uh,
And see, but it's simply he could have just stayed quiet. He ain't had to say anything. He could have just simply just been like, what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily. I know everyone was looking for him because who he is, and we're not trying to say shut up and shoot. But
want to hear from him first.
oh yeah, they definitely want to hear from him so they can take it and run with it. Wherever the narrative in activated.
It's a rough world, and no matter what side you are on, I like what CJ said. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait.
The instate that part definitely. So of course, what a good thing I guess you could say that came out from it for the most part. The Brooklyn Nets decided that they're not going to continue to pursue Udoka, Ime Udoka as a head coach, and have gone ahead and given that tag to Jacques Vaughn, and he is currently their head coach going forth. Shout out to Jacques Vaughn. You know what? I seen Jacques Vaughn play in high school. He's from California. He went to Mirror High School. I seen him in the national championship, in the CIF national championship back in the day when I was in high school. So of course I followed Jacques Vaughn over the course of the years. I was unfortunate. He was unfortunate. He went to Kansas instead of going to USC or something like that. But he went on to Kansas, and so now here he is, full circle head coach for the Brooklyn Nets. So the fans seem to be excited about it. We know he was kind of plighted a couple of years ago when he was, I think Chucky Atkinson took over after he had been. Eric is really Eric. I can assure you, I seen him. I can assure you, I seen him play. Matter of fact, I think that year they played against Jason Capono. Yeah, I think it was just against. I think they played against Artesia. Charles O'Bannon, the O'Bannon brothers. Like, it's okay. I know that California puts a lot out there. He said I watched Coming to America.
LA.
Oh, you said I'm sorry. I watched Coming to America yesterday. Did you go see? Matter of fact, good thing you just said that. That brings up some Ron, Eric. Did you go see? Check out Wakanda yet? Ron.
Nope.
Wakanda Forever. Okay.
Hearing a
Of
lot
course.
of stuff, and I'm hearing some mixed reviews.
Oh, you're hearing mixed reviews. So all the reviews I see has been good. Our own Bishop Sean Davis. Thank you, Irma. Appreciate you. Thank you. Good. Glad to see information with us this morning. Okay, you going Sunday? I'll actually go on this afternoon or later on this evening. Anthony say he's seeing it tonight. I know Bishop wouldn't have seen it last night. The dude was dressed up in his.
Looking all fine in that all white.
Gold lighted and everything. I was like, look at Bishop, yo. It's like, so he said it must see. I seen a couple of other people that said Chadwick Boseman would be proud. I haven't looked and see. I haven't checked out. Usually I go check out Rotten Tomato and stuff like that to see certain things. So I haven't seen what Rotten Tomatoes gave it or what's the Flickster or anything like that, but from our residents and other people that we see that we can touch, they're all saying it seems to be good. I would know tonight and say I don't care. See it for the culture.
Yeah, I'm getting an overall feeling it's like a 8.5. They're saying it's way
Eight
better
point
than
five. Okay.
the masses.
I, I guess we'll be able to talk about it Monday and say did it or did it not overtake Maverick, Top Gun Maverick,
Nope.
the biggest Marvel movie. I don't know about that. Endgame had something to say about that, but I mean we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're gonna say, but shout out, you know what I'm saying, to everybody, Fagin and the homies from the Marvel, the cast, and everybody do great things. Moving back into our sports topics, LeBron, the Lakers, the Lakers.
Like, like, like.
Eric, have you seen Top Gun Maverick? See, just when we try to go away, Ron, they always got to pull you back. He said, Eric, you dressing up too. Eric, did you see Top Gun Maverick? I'm just asking. We're not saying, we're just saying from a movie spectator standpoint, you have some movies that are greater, better than others. And so in this case, yes, Black Panther Wakanda Forever will be up against Top Gun Maverick because it's a movie. And it could potentially, in box office numbers, don't lie.
Box office numbers.
Do lie, actually.
I think it'll blow it out the water.
The meaning for this, yeah, we're not talking about the meanings. I get the meaning. We're just talking about overall from a business standpoint. Y'all, business standpoint, gentlemen, ladies, like Ron would say, ladies and loyals, ladies and gentlemen, business standpoint. That's where we get. See, we should go to a whole other way, Ron, because I business or business standpoint is what I'm saying.
I don't know why we can't compare them in the first one.
Business standpoint. That's what it's going to be based off. I assure you, the numbers are going to be is completely different because you're going to have people that are going to have different ways in which they can see it. Viewing everything for the most part is the all viewing may not be recorded. So from a business standpoint, like Bishop said the other day when we was off, we all know one of the top movies have been the Avatar, Titanic, Endgame, you know, saying so on and so forth. Casablanca, all that type of stuff has been top movies. Yes, you said, like you just said, Anthony Price, number one. Avatar is still number one, and there's another one getting ready to come out there later on this year. So from a business standpoint, that's what the comparison comes from. Maverick against because it was saying we think that Top Gun Maverick has been one of the top movies this year. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Wakanda Forever has came out this year. Now we see where that stands. There's other movies that came out between that two that have not potentially lived up to that billing to somewhat knock it off. Just like Tennessee was up there. They got knocked off. Georgia's number one. Is Wakanda Forever Tennessee at this point?
Doctor Strange got about 500 million less than Top Gun.
Rod, do you agree with this?
Well, we gonna. I don't think Anthony is talking about business.
Okay. You think you're talking about from a personal standpoint?
It wasn't business.
Team Marvel, basically what he's saying.
Top 5. And the only reason why that Spider-Man was good is because they brought the old ones back and they stole our heart and had us reminiscing and stuff. But Doctor Strange is 500 mil left in Top Gun. Will Wakanda do better than just Doctor Strange at a little under $1 million? I think it blows. Yeah. Because it has us. It has folks like Bishop dressing up in all white Wakandan outfits.
Yeah, had me out looking for a T-shirt to go wear to the movie tonight. Like that's what it does. That's what it does. We get
I
it.
would take it as this doubles it. It gets slightly less than $2 billion, beating Top Gun by like $400 million.
What's good, man? I'm glad to see you in our formation this morning. Happy Veterans Day to you as well. Uh, glad to see you rocking with us this morning. So, of course, like you said, it remains to be seen. I'm very sure we're going to talk about it some more in depth because there'll be more people who have seen it by that time come Monday morning. So we can talk about it. It just it will be what it will be. Even look up the numbers and find out. So we have a nice platform in plight to be able. It won't be from emotion. It'll be from different things. So that's what we all about. The facts,
One more
strictly the facts.
One more thing, Trey. I heard the best part of the movie is the after and the end credit scenes.
Okay, so you know what? Good thing you just said that, Ron, because I surely wasn't thinking about that. So I need to make sure I ain't moving. I haven't moved yet until the credits are ended.
Get an extra snack and sit through all the credits.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pull up like it ain't over yet.
Supposed to
It'd be
show up.
crazy when you look at those the Marvel movies. I'm coming. I'll be going back. It'd be crazy when you look at the Marvel movies and don't know one move because they already know what to expect.
Trey, thank you. Eric, say back to the sports.
So back to the NBA. I should have, Ron. Stop bringing it up. So check this out, right? Like we said, LeBron. We know LeBron left the game the other day versus the Los Angeles Clippers with what was expected to be a potential hamstring issue. MRI revealed that it was actually an abductor, a strain, in which so now LeBron's going to most likely be out tonight versus the Sacramento Kings, as well as Sunday versus the Brooklyn Nets as they play them. He's expected back with the Detroit team. Doesn't make a
King
difference.
till December, sir. We don't need you back to Christmas. You can come back on the Christmas games.
I was about to say, does this even make a difference? Like at this point, why are all these teams that we have thought was going to be doing great things, get us all hyped up? You know what it is, Ron? It's that F word again. Fans. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The fans, again, have fooled ourselves into believing or seeing only some fans can get away with that. I'm surprised LeBron got injured before AD. No, AD has been injured plenty of times before LeBron. But it also comes to this, Ron. In my opinion, please let me know. I know you're a LeBronian. Is it the fact is Father Time starting to put them hands? Is Father Time pound for pound?
Undefeated, of course.
And I think he's starting to put them paws on LeBron. There's only
And
so far, much more he can hold out.
I'm blaming the Lakers because he's doing literally everything.
Mm,
But it's all good. Anthony Davis will be gone by the end of this year.
he gotta be, man. I'm sorry, he's gotta be. We much respect, AD. We glad saying came in, got us a championship, put us up, saying tie 17 up. But yeah, sometimes you gotta go.
I think I like the
Put you
Mavs
in
trade.
backpack mode. Oh well, you gotta go. You gotta go. Uh, he put the pause on you, Trey, but still trying to play sports. Nah, he ain't put the pause on me yet. I've been sitting like vintage wine. I haven't sit up and I've been sitting back just for one more big gusto, one go. Brady and LeBron something in common. They don't want to stay home with the kids. LeBron loves his kids. His kids is wrong, except for the daughter. So yeah, so basically that's where you're at with that. Um, Most likely to miss 2 games. Uh, it's just I'm so disgusted. Um,
Trade
Memphis.
Anthony.
We say Anthony. What now?
I was gonna talk trades. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. At trades, yes. Let's hear it. Which trade?
And
Which you
I
thinking?
like the
Who you
Mavericks
thinking?
trade. I like the Mavericks trade the most for your Lakers. I don't know how which team you've been feeling on all of the proposed trades, but bring back Christian Wood, Bring back the guard that they got and 2 picks. It's probably unless New York gonna do something stupid. If New York gonna give the Lakers, because I feel like the Lakers is putting all their eggs in the Kevin Durant basket at the end of the year. This end of the
Mm.
basketball year, when the Nets is getting rid of him again. So they're gonna need to have a stockpile of picks. But you bring in Christian Wood and then trade Russ to the Pacers for that original trade. Bring back Hield
Mm.
and Turner for the big man, and you got Christian Wood and another guard to throw in there. Ain't gonna be no playoff team, but
I wasn't
what
too
else?
mad at the. I wasn't too mad about the I see what Anthony said about the Bulls trade, bringing in Vucevic and Williams as well as Damasu Desamu and it was someone else. I was like I wasn't too mad for AD sending them back home.
I love that for the Bulls. My lord, are y'all getting Caruso back in that trade?
I think was Caruso in that trade. I think he was.
You
I
might
think
as
he
well
was.
put
I think he was in that trade.
Lonzo and Caruso. Just send them all back. Lonzo,
Nah, they can keep Lonzo.
I feel like the Lakers is gonna want picks, but I don't know. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
Why do you think that the 29th and 27 is so important, Ron?
The Lakers picks
Yeah.
because they're gonna be bad. What is it? 20? That's gonna be right at the end of LeBron's run. He signed three
Yeah,
more
2
years.
years. Yeah, yeah,
26. 2026 will really be if he's still there. Then 2027, that first year, what happens when LeBron leaves teams? That team gets the first draft pick, first round, first pick. And if you're
yes,
looking at Cavs, the Cavs got two first rounders. The year they got Kyrie and Bennett, and then they got Andrew Wiggins. So them Lakers picks is gonna be some first and some second, some first top 3 picks. We can put money on it.
and
You know.
everyone wants it. Yeah, everyone wants it. Hence the reason no one wants to really pull the trigger to give them too much because it diminishes the draft pick. But yeah, as long as they hold it at this point where they're going, it's definitely going to be that.
Did a good job. He didn't do nothing stupid, which was giving them picks up for anybody that's not named Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, or Damian Lillard.
Another situation. Just speaking of doing something silly, uh, Memphis guard Desmond Bain
Oh
was
man,
fined $15,000. 15K.
and two
Why?
threes and 30-point games this year.
Kicked the ball into the stands in the 54 minute with 54 seconds remaining after before regulation before their loss to the Boston Celtics the other night. Bain is ranked 16th overall in scoring in the league, and he is tied second for the most 3-pointers made. Again, what'd you say, Ron?
You got the list of the top 3-point shooters?
I no, I didn't. I didn't pull it up.
Oh
I
no,
will.
I'll pull it up.
Who's number one? Who's the top? Who has the most 3 points made? Let's see. Steph Curry with 53.
Knew it was him. I don't know why we was taking that long.
Yeah, Steph Curry with 53. Bane has 44.
Yeah, he's the second. He's the best in the league outside of Steph. Go ahead, Bang. Whew.
Actually, who is Bane tied with? Let me see.
Oh, he's tied with somebody.
Yeah, he's tied for second.
Hmm.
Uh,
Could be somebody like a Donovan Mitchell or a Clarkson.
oh, him and Buddy Hield.
Oh, he should be on the Lakers.
Yes, that part. That it would be him
I don't know if it was a good job anymore.
with Donovan Mitchell one behind them. So the top five is Steph Curry with 53, Buddy Hield and Desmond Bane tied at 44, Donovan Mitchell at 43, and Jordan Clarkson at 42.
Ooh, I got two of them. Yeah, Clarkson and Donovan Mitchell was balling. Well, come on back to LA, Jordan. I'm
As I
still
look at
surprised.
this list, interesting.
The 3-pointers.
Where's the Laker at? Yeah, where's a Laker isn't even on the list.
Bottom
That's a,
is Trey said, "Where's the Laker? Name a Laker that's hit a three."
it's ridiculous, man.
But probably
Good.
team, not good.
Is at 20? If this list starts at it goes to the 29 made, and that's Damian Lillard. In 7 games, he's made 29 3-pointers. Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Strus, Gary Trent Jr. Shout out to Benedict Mathurin, the rookie. All these people we could have had.
Okay, James
Tyrese
Harden.
Maxey. Yeah, James
What is
isn't on here.
wild? Missed games.
Come on, LA. Golly. But in case, like I said, he's a $15,000 fine for that. Got to control those emotions. Got to control those emotions. Hmm. So I
Malik
asked
Beasley.
you. Yes, he's on
Beasley.
there.
Oh, Jazz is number 14 with 34. That's 2 guards that the Lakers could. Why hasn't that Jazz trade went down yet?
Oh, because they look at the Jazz is clicking. They figure they looking like maybe we don't need Victor.
Ooh. But I would want like a wing or a big man to come to this team. Well, no, because they got to replace Donovan too. I guess they can bring in anybody. That don't sound like their GM though. Oh, that do not sound like their GM. He just want their value to go up higher and higher and higher. They gonna be gone.
So, Ron, I ask you this. I want to see if you can match or delve into the mind of Kevin Durant. I mean, of Kevin Garnett. Outside of himself, who do you think he named as the top 5 NBA power forwards of all time?
Wow.
Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, top 5 NBA power forwards of all time. Where do you think he went with?
McHale and Duncan's got to be 1 and 2, right?
Mikhail is not on the list.
What?
They're all melanated.
Exactly. Oh, so power forwards. That's hard. Tim Duncan.
That's one.
Erk's not on his list. They're all black.
They're all melanated.
Greatest shooter and the greatest big man with moves in the post on there. Okay, no McHale, no Dirk. Is Kemp on there?
Nope.
Power forwards. Is it Dylon, and Dylon? What other power forwards? Oh, help me out. I can't think of any power forwards. Duncan.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace made his top. I knew it was going to be like a gritty defensive top
Tim
5.
Duncan. Karl Malone.
Okay.
Chris Webber.
C. Webb.
Charles Barkley.
C. Webb's probably the most talented
Of that group.
Well,
you think so? C. Webb?
Just because he was like a LeBron before. He's like the fat version of LeBron. That's not like toned, ready to play football. He was smooth with his moves. He's like a big. He wanted to be point. You can tell he used to run point.
Yeah, so that's what he has. Rasheed Wallace, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, and Chris Webber. Is Kevin Garnett's top NBA power forwards. Mr. Too Many Timeouts. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what he's going to be known for.
That's a spicy list. I see what he did there.
Shout out, saying, gotta give a shout out to the man, Magic Johnson, as he is a champion in 4 different leagues. Magic, I did a report on Magic while I was in school, man, and Magic is that dude, especially from a business standpoint. But of course, as a player, he won the NBA championship. As an owner, he won a championship with the Dodgers. As an owner, he won a championship with the Sparks. And again, just of late, as an owner, he has won a championship with the Los Angeles Soccer Club. 4 championships in 4 different pro leagues. And
So,
he's looking for another one as he's
that's,
trying to get in on the NBA.
so that's 3 as an owner
3 of an owner.
total. Didn't the
3.
Dodgers?
That was one. The Dodgers won the World Series the same year that the Lakers won the championship.
So we got 3 on top of 5. He ain't win none as a coach. He ain't get close as a coach.
Nah, he ain't do nowhere close as a coach.
Okay, he had 8. I think Steve Kerr got him beat.
Well, yeah, he got him beat, but so yes, he has him beat as far as that. He's just Steve, but it's just 4 different leagues. So he has, of course, if you look at the major leagues, MLS, MLB, NBA, NHL. That's where he's missing one, of course, in NHL. So he has the MLS, the WNBA, NBA, and a MLB championship. He's missing the NFL and the NHL championship, and currently he's not a part of any groups. However, he is looking to get in ownership for a football team. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's definitely a goat of the goats. I would like to one day, break down who got the most championships. But I don't think too many got championships as owners,
Any other way, yeah, it's just
coaching and playing.
Mm-hmm.
That
He
might
found
still
something to do. And it's crazy when you look at Ron, and saying not to get off topic too far, but it's crazy when you look at that because we always see these situations to where players are said, "Oh, now the player's broke," or the player doesn't have any money, all that type of stuff. But then you have people like Jerry Stackhouse, Magic Johnson, uh, Michael Jordan, that have even post career have to thrive and make money. I wonder, does it come from having people in their corner, or saying what time, at what point does the light come on? And be like, you know what, we could do better. I could do better, or I can help out. So, shout out to Magic Johnson and all those players that do something good with their money
a lot to
during
do
and
with.
after. What you say, LeBron's about to do it?
No, I said it has a lot to do with the rooms you're in. When you're talking about Stackhouse and Magic Johnson and how they elevate.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Especially shout out to Stackhouse.
Get around the right people, elevate you.
And I would say upbringing, but I don't think upbringing is necessary either because saying people when you leave, it's truly what you said. The rooms that you're in, as you continue to grow and you start getting around certain people. Hey, Jay-Z, let's just keep it 100. Jay-Z is one of those individuals as well.
So just having this conversation, would you rather? Well, Trey, we can ask you. Would you rather take the 500? We don't even have to do 500K. Let's do 1 million. $1 million or a hour sit down with just you and Jay-Z, and he running your game. A whole hour, just you and him, or $1 million.
So I'm a person that thinks of strategy, right?
Yes, you do.
I'm a person that thinks of strategy. So I feel like if I got $1 million, at some point I'm going to be in one of those rooms with Jay-Z anyway, and I can get the game then anyway. So saying, or saying that's what once you sit like as you see that, I put together the plan in my hand. It's like I'm gonna take the million and I'm gonna make sure that I can still get to that room at some point. We gonna some way somehow we gonna be somewhere out. We gonna be like some way, form, or fashion. I won't get there, even if I gotta sit up and purchase a ticket to sit next to him at a game. I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to find myself in that room.
Like Jermaine
So that
Cole got his hotel, his mixtape.
like I'm going to do something, find a way, some way. If I got to put a billboard in or around this area, be like, hey, holler at me. If I got to pay for a track, I was like, I ain't even producing a track. Hey, I need you to drop this right quick. Can you pay for a verse?
You could get a verse quicker with that million than a dinner.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you just drop a verse, you know what I'm saying? Pay for a verse.
I had to try and buy him the whole hour at dinner to get him to do a song with you. Compared to, hey, I got $1 million.
Wakanda himself has pulled into the building.
Oh, white on.
Shout out Charles White. Wakanda himself has pulled into the building. I think we are amongst royalty, everybody, fellow veteran, fellow host. He's going to tell us where he got the white garbs with the what was that was that gold? Was it gold? What was it?
What go? What's going on? WGO, WGL. What's going on? How y'all living? What's up? What you talking about?
The threads of the outfit from last night.
What about it?
It was gold.
White and gold? Yeah.
14 karat.
Did it have any vibranium in it?
You said it didn't have any vibranium in it. Was it made from little kids in Wakanda itself? Like that's what we just try to find out.
No.
Okay.
No. None of the above. I'm assuming you cats ain't seen the movie yet.
I see it tonight. I check it out tonight.
So let me go ahead and tell you about it then, since you want to be that dude. Let me be that dude. Since you want to act out today, let me be that dude.
Look at you. Man. I swear Eric is an instigator, man.
Eric, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. You know what? Facts of the matter is, true story. I did go. For those people that don't know what they're referring to, let me help y'all out real quick. So this has been the joke. Everybody's like, oh, you gonna go? Somebody asked me today, could they borrow it? Oh, everybody got jokes, huh? Everybody got jokes when it's their turn to shine, huh? But anywho, this is what they're where is that? Oh, this is what they're speaking of yesterday. For those that don't know. Hold on, come on now.
I feel like
Lift me up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that though.
I feel like the for a second round, I feel like the theme song from Game of Thrones is about to start playing as he was bringing it up.
Oh my God, here he go, dog. It's just the hate is real. So here, this is what they saw yesterday. Everybody, they seen that. Of course, I wouldn't seen the movie. They saw that, and then they saw this. Okay, there it is. Why not?
As I was watching it, I felt like he was a extra in the show, in the movie.
yeah, I got 2 likes. That's it. Yeah, Eric. Please don't post it. Yes, I did. I got 2 likes. I did 2. That's it. But either way, yeah.
I did see you say that it was a must-see movie. So of course, like I said, I'm checking out tonight.
Yeah, it's a must-see. Huh?
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it 8.5. Yeah.
Better than the first one? That's 2 things that I'm hearing.
Better than the first? For me, no. Not better than the first for me. I will not say it's better than the first. However, I will say it was a good movie. Does it right now? I'm still out. The board is still out on whether or not it's better than Maverick. I'm still trying to.
Ooh, the fact that you think about it.
Yeah, I gotta really. You know what? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good movie. I'll say that. It's a good movie. When you going to see it, Ron?
I should have won yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, you ain't even got. Hold on, Trey. Hold on. So you mean to tell me you ain't got your tickets yet? Oh, let me get it. Give it here. Let me get it. Let me get it. I need it.
Oh,
You ain't even got your ticket yet? Give it here. Yeah, let me go and get it.
I'm gonna go get it now because of that. So I get
It's like let me get on Fandango right now. Instead of
Fandango and get it right now.
Alaska. I'm in Alaska. You know, ain't no black folks out here buying. Like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
it was Wakanda. Oh,
Yeah, man. Happy Veterans Day to all my veterans out there. I see Commissioner Myers is trying to get tuned in. So, happy Veterans Day to all my veterans out there. I salute each and every one of you. Trey, Ron, all my veterans. Thank y'all so much for the sacrifices which y'all made throughout your military careers. I greatly appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course. What's good, Commissioner Myers? What's going on?
There we go. Look at him. Look at him debonair. Look at him looking debonair and all of that. Look at him. I'm underdressed. Look, I'm underdressed. I'm underdressed right now.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing this morning, man?
Oh,
Good morning. How you doing, sir? Good morning. Happy Veterans Day to you, sir.
Hey, happy Veterans Day to you guys, man. I saw some of these old pictures out there. I'm like, man,
13. Hey, Commissioner, you see 13-year-old Trey? You saw 13-year-old.
See this 13-year-old. I was like, wait, what? I was like, at first I was like, the fighter started, and then here you come. I was like, gosh, here y'all go with that.
Dude, that dude looked like he's 13 years
30,
old.
I was 32 years old. That was only like 14 years ago. I was 32 years old. So, of course, we can't. I'm not going to even ask if Commissioner Myers had an opportunity to go check out Black Panther yet, because he had something else going on. Commissioner Myers, what exactly did you have going on yesterday?
Hey, we had the fourth, I think it's the third or fourth NBA Hall of Fame. And it was phenomenal. I mean, the Olympic Training Center. We were able to host the event there in their visitor center in the rotunda. It was a first-rate event, and it's on the eve of the Veterans Day basketball tournament. So there's a lot of basketball going on this weekend, and so it was just great. I mean, once again, hearing the stories of some of these guys who came before us, and how they were able to promote military basketball. It was really awesome. So I appreciate it, and I know I dodged you. I think it was Wednesday I was supposed to come on, but we just got real heavy.
You said you was probably going. It was on the eve before, which is probably going to be, which I figure it was a plan. The PCCs, PCIs going on. So.
Yeah. I still got some. I can't stay on long, but I definitely wanted to let everybody know that first of all, you guys have been doing great. I've been following the show, but just really working hard to bring this tournament and get it off the ground. And so I've been listening to you guys' the show, listening to the sports. Obviously, there's been some surprises in sports this year, with football, with basketball, with is it Boomer Sooner? Or did I?
It's not, sir. You know what, sir? It's funny that you bring that up, because we ain't heard that
right now. That's what
we probably ain't heard that since the last time you was on the show.
Oh man, I've had, but it's been awesome. Sports has been great. My Lakers, God knows what's going to happen with them. The whole Kyrie thing that's going on. There's a lot of stuff surrounding that, and everybody's kind of scared to take a position on it, because if you take one position one way, you're wrong. You take another position the other way, you're wrong. You ain't supporting, African American men. So it's just sports right now is the division that we've seen in society is starting to kind of work its way into sports, and I'm really concerned about that. But I just love the platform that you guys have. All 8 teams are here in Colorado Springs for the Veterans Day tournament that said they were coming. And so we look forward to having a great tournament, man. It's going to be awesome.
What's some of the teams that are there, Commissioner Myers?
Man, I was surprised because Scott Air Force Base came in, maybe 11 or 12 deep. And they had just got off the road, and they came into the Hall of Fame ceremony last night. So it's a really good showing for them. West Texas military basketball, Coach Mayon, back in the fold. Fort Benning, all the way from Fort Benning, they're here. and this is the 6th tournament in a row that we've done in the state of Colorado for Veterans Day. So it's really awesome. Who else? Nellis is going to be here,
Okay.
and so is Cannon Air Force Base. And then you have you have CMB, and then two teams from the academy, from the club team. So it's going to be a good tournament. And as always, we're going to try and bring it to everybody live, but on the Facebook page and on the central page, on the NBA page. So it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited about it. It's the first tournament I've been a part of as the tournament director since 2019, where I wasn't coaching. So it should be a really fun event.
So you basically dialed in on that. So of course, like you said, it's a huge thing for military basketball in general. The Military Basketball Association, military basketball is a community, as the all services events are going on. Last night, I know it was a fight. It was a hell of a fight, as I thought for a second that all Army was about to go down to Navy. They fell off. Bishop, the Marines ended up beating them, shellacked them, actually put them things on them. Yeah, in the second round. So the Marines came back and got them.
Oh wow!
Marines came back and got them. Last night they played against the Navy, but they were able to beat the Navy. So with that, I think, believe it, no matter what happens, they punched their ticket to the championship game. Now they just sit and wait, because I believe they have another game against the Air Force again, because they were 3-0 before they faced the Navy. Before they went back and had the Marines. And then last night they was close. They lost. They beat Navy 83-82 last night.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a last second. Once Navy had a chance to take the lead, and in those situations when you don't capitalize, then guys like Colton Ray, they're kill you, and he's a phenomenal basketball player. Ron has those guys playing pretty good basketball. The staff, with RJ and Peyton, those guys. They're playing a really good basketball. And so, I'd asked the question a couple of days ago, and this is one of the dangers I think you have when you're in an armed forces tournament. You don't want to peak too soon. And so I think the loss to the Marine Corps was good. I think it was a really good thing, because when you lose, you're not really trying to go 6-0 or 7-0, to win the whole thing. At this point, you're just like, hey, look, okay, so they caught us on an off game, but throughout the tournament, Army has been playing really strong and played very, very good basketball. Same thing with the women on the women's side. So they're going to be tough to beat. But the Marines showed that they can, if they control the tempo, they can give the Army problems. You saw a little bit of that last night with the Navy, just kind of, point for point, trying to match them and control the tempo. So we'll see what Air Force does. But once you get to that 4th win, yep, you're sitting pretty, you're in the championship game. The only question now is, and I think they're going to be the home team in the championship game as well. So it's great. I mean, it's great basketball. It's a great weekend to have basketball. Obviously I'll be rooting for the Army,
of course.
And so and I look forward to seeing them bring home the gold medal.
Yep, gold is gold has been their mantra. Men and women. The women, of course, are doing a little bit better. I think undefeated in their quest so far. But like the coach was just saying, commissioner was just saying, that's like we're getting to a point to where you don't want to get caught that the only loss you have is the loss that sends you home.
Is it a double elimination or it's single elimination?
No, it's winner take all in the championship game. When you get to the gold medal game, you could be 3-3 and be the All Armed Forces champion. So that was one of the things we had to guard against in 19. We were playing so well after we had lost to the Navy. And I say this all the time: you can peak, and then you can start your decline in a quarter. So we had started our decline in the 4th quarter at about the 7 or 8 minute mark, and Navy made a hell of a run at the gold medal. So, you don't peak at, people don't peak at games. They peak, you can peak at different moments in a game or in a quarter. And so, I think that's one of the things as coaches, coaching staff should really take a look at and say, hey, have we peaked? And if we have, what are the things we're going to do to make sure that our level of play doesn't drop off to where someone can kind of compete with us? So, yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's a great time to have a tournament. I mean, it couldn't have been a better time than now. A lot of people ain't working, a lot of things going on this weekend for the veterans. So to have a basketball tournament at this time, I think it was a great idea. Excuse me, this fly is flying around. I think it was a great idea. Are y'all getting a huge turnout? Are a lot of people
yeah, so
to support?
Yeah, we should. I mean, they've been putting it out on online, and everyone's off. So what I'm hoping for is we don't have these massive crowd at the university. But anytime you can partner with a university like UCCS, it's just a really great thing. UCCS is a great school here in Colorado Springs. And lots of folks go to school there. A lot of military people go to school there, and they were just gracious enough to open up their facility to us. And I can foresee this, happening again. Coming back here, but it's a good atmosphere. Great view of the whole city, even though there's a little bit of snow on the ground. Hopefully that clears up, but it's a fun atmosphere right now, and it's going to be even better once the tournament starts. Am I all by myself?
It looks like you were.
That's cool. That's cool. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you still LeBron? You're still a LeBron lover?
Unfortunately, it's been a rough year for him and the Lakers.
Nah.
We was talking earlier a little bit about who we should trade Anthony Davis for. LeBron got injured; he just need to sit out till Christmas because we don't even need to rush him back and waste what we got left of him.
You think LeBron's going to retire after this year?
Oh, no way, not a chance. He signed with the Lakers for three more years, so it's nice he's giving him the benefit of the doubt, to kind of figure them out and give him the grace that he needs. But right now, it's just this. He may not retire, but this is one of his last good years, Commish. He can get 30 a game right now. This might be the last time we can see that.
Yeah, I don't see. He's going through what Kobe went through in his last years, and what's so bad is the Lakers organization hasn't put solid pieces around him so he could kind of solidify his greatness. I don't think he's the greatest. I don't think he's the GOAT. I'll never say that. I always think it's Kobe. But, to be in a conversation with the top three, guards of all time, or even just whatever position you want to put LeBron James in, he's going to have to get a couple more rings, I think. But that's just me.
I
would say
just go talk. So real quick, go ahead. What do you say, Ron?
I would say one more, Commish. One more. You feel like
if he gets one more ring, I think that would be 5, right?
Right. That'll
be 5, and we can put him in the same category as we put Kobe. So you can argue who's the greatest of all time between Kobe, who's the second greatest of all time between Kobe and LeBron. That you can argue that's a debate, but nobody has done what Mike has done. And Kobe, he mimicked his game after Mike. I think Kobe was a better player than Michael Jordan. That's just me. But he got robbed. Kobe should have about 7 or 8 rings right now.
Right. The biggest of LeBron's legacy was this past June when Steph Curry got number 4 as well, just like him. It's like, I did what you did, bro.
In less time.
So,
did it in less time. I don't know.
It is a couple.
man.
So
Who's the next person? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. The next person. What's that, Commissioner? You was about to ask a question. What?
I was gonna say who comes after LeBron James? I mean, is there a LeBron James era? Can you say
Absolutely.
can you say there's a LeBron? Can you say there was a LeBron James era?
Yeah.
When?
So let's say we could say what year LeBron James came in? 2000. What's this? 2022. So 2010.
4.
No, he came in 2004. That's the Kobe Bryant era. And you can argue between
But
Kobe Bryant.
wasn't he at the end of Kobe's era though?
Right.
No, Kobe was like killing the league in 2003, 2000. Kobe was killing the league from 2000 until 2010. And you can argue that between Kobe and Tim Duncan. You can throw Tracy McGrady in there. You can throw Allen Iverson in there. But, I mean, Kobe was the one winning championships. And so was Tim Duncan.
Right. With the Spurs.
I would
With the
say
Spurs.
LeBron. Kobe handed the baton off to LeBron.
Okay.
2000.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
That last Cleveland year, the Cavs was like #1 in the East. They was dominating. It was supposed to be Kobe and LeBron in the finals.
It was.
Dropped the baton.
Right.
And how we knew he was about to take over that era, shout out to the MVP Muppets, the Kobe and LeBron.
The Muppets, yep.
Showed
Yep.
us the baton was being passed. And
Right.
from 2010, then there's this bad man that Steph showed up in 2015. So his era kind of
In question.
I guess you could say his era, LeBron's era has been overlapped by other players.
You just can't. I'm just saying you don't have a
legitimate.
You don't have a stretch of time where LeBron was doing like, remember that stretch where Kobe had like 10 games over 50?
Yes.
I mean,
that's the same year he hit 80. Wasn't that the same year he hit 80?
Yeah, I mean, there's just
Toronto. Yeah.
You don't see a lot of that in on the sports side, but I mean, I agree. It had to be after Kobe. I think it was after Kobe.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. It has to be after Kobe. Yeah. And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the LeBron James era. Yeah, it has to be after Kobe. But then you like you said, then it was you think about it. That's the time when what's his name out of Miami was the thing at the time.
D Wade.
That was the time when Paul Pierce and them was doing their thing. That was the time when Kevin Garnett, the
Boston Celtics.
The Celtics alone, the Ray Allens, like you said, the Duncans, of course the what's his name, helping Duncan,
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker,
Paige Stoya. I'm not Paige Stoya. Tony Parker, Ginobili. I mean, the Spurs have an era. The Lakers have an era.
That part.
Does LeBron have an era with the Miami Heat? And I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. That raises a lot of eyebrows. Yes.
Exactly, because when you look at it, you could honestly say that Steph Curry has an era.
Absolutely. With the Golden State Warriors.
Without
question. LeBron, you can't say that. That's what you bring up a good commission. That's a good one because you cannot say LeBron has that. He has not done that. That's another good topic because every so-called GOAT, the greatest of all time, has an era with the team.
They do.
Kobe, we have the Jordans. We have the
Magic with the Lakers. You got Bird with the Celtics.
Birds. Yep, you like you said, the Tim Duncans. We got the Paul Pierces and Ray Allens. We got all. LeBron don't have that.
Does he have? That's all I'm saying is, does he have an era in the league where?
Yes.
He dominated the league for like 3 or 4 years. He does have. I would say yes, and here's why. Mm-hmm. He did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals for like consecutive years.
with Cleveland. You talking about the Cleveland year?
Yes. The problem is some of those. Everyone knew that the Cleveland was coming out of the East because, I mean, the East was kind of they weren't as. I mean, unless you go back to like Dwight Howard, Orlando Magic, they actually eliminated Cleveland.
Right.
You don't really have. I mean, but he dominated. So in the Eastern Conference, yes, I think he had an era.
Okay.
But for the like NBA as a whole, does LeBron James does he have an era? And I don't know. I think he does. I just think it's a lot shorter than Steph Curry. I think it's a lot shorter than Kobe Bryant's. I think it's a lot shorter than Magic Johnson's. I think it's a lot shorter than Michael Jordan's, definitely. I mean, Michael Jordan had an entire decade all by himself.
That part.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
And so did Kobe. Kobe had a decade, didn't he?
Kobe had a decade from 2000 to 2010.
Right.
Kobe was the greatest player he was the best player in the world. You can just
best player on his team. I've had enough.
Say what? Did you say, Ron?
Kobe was not the best player on his team in 2000, nor 2001, nor 2002, nor 3.
Who was the best player?
Who was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Who?
Shaq.
Okay, to be the best player on the team, you have to be great in like some major categories.
Oh, that's
right?
what I was about to say too. I'm thinking the same thing.
So
you can't just dominate the paint, bro.
Yeah, if the league has come up with a terminology called hack-a-shack because you can't shoot free throws. And Greg Popovich is exploiting that
highly.
I don't know that you can say you're the best player on the team if you're not in the best condition.
Yeah, I gotta agree with the commission on that one.
But he did get MVP 3 consecutive seasons with the Lakers in the finals.
He did.
That third one, I think he got robbed. I think Kobe got robbed, but yeah.
He did.
He got robbed of a lot of MVPs. Kobe did.
He did. Absolutely.
According to Kyrie.
And he's still considered the best player in his Kobe has an era. We can't say he doesn't have an era.
Yeah, Kobe has an era.
Without question.
And like you said, like I think to like basically solidify, kind of like mark it out is LeBron's quote unquote era has been, I ain't gonna say marred, but you got it's peppered with KD, Steph, now Giannis. Like it's at the point to where now we're moving out of LeBron's era or what should have been LeBron's era into a whole nother era where it's like who holds the next era, or is it going to be dominated by just players in general as opposed to one player in particular?
But my question for you, Trey, is when LeBron came in, right? Not only the Trey, but anybody that's listening. When LeBron came in, the best player in the league was who? Kobe. Correct?
Kobe.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so Kobe. So as Kobe started, which is probably almost unfair to say, but we'll say it for this case. When Kobe sort of kind of started fizzling out, who was on top? Yeah, who was on top then?
It was LeBron.
Was it? Was it LeBron? It wasn't a Paul Pierce. It wasn't a.
It ain't no Paul Pierce.
I think
it wasn't Dwayne Wade.
I think Pierce. I think they was on the down slope too. I think for a player, specific player, I think that belongs. I think for a specific player that belongs strictly to LeBron, because you got to think like Cornelius said, 8 straight finals. Like that was during that time frame in which LeBron was basically one of the most dominant forces in the NBA. That wasn't a guard. I mean, that wasn't a center. So I think that at that point, it really did start to ascend to LeBron. He didn't capitalize as what we thought. He didn't capitalize as in what Kobe or Jordan did or Magic and them did, but he was still a force to be reckoned with. But then now start getting to a point to where other players started starting eating too. The Stephs, James Harden. It started the
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook. Like
Westbrook. There you go.
The game changed. It changed and it left the door open for everyone else to eat. And LeBron didn't capitalize like he should, outside the fact that he went to those multiple championships.
So,
but
I was gonna say I'll say this because I got to get out of here and get to the school. But the name that we're not saying, that
I know I'm
nobody's
missing
talking
somebody.
about.
I know I'm missing somebody.
No, you are, but it's rightfully so, right? And this is the difference that I think between this person and LeBron James. LeBron James's reign and era was a lot shorter, but he did have a very short era. I think he had about maybe a 2 or 3 year era, right?
Okay.
Even though he went to 8 straight finals, we know he wasn't, not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But he had an era. We don't talk about KD like that.
No,
we don't.
And they came in around the same time, didn't
they? They came in around the same time. We don't talk about KD like that. And so now look at where they're going. So when people start trying to measure KD's success with LeBron James, even though he doesn't have he's got the 4 titles, but the in a very short era, we don't look at KD like that. It's just we just don't. So, and that's no thing to him because of KD don't. Everybody's like, man, Steph Curry got 4 rings because of KD. Nah, KD has rings because he went to a great team, not because a great team got a great player. So,
gotcha.
So before you get up out of here, Commissioner, what do we have to look forward for the NBA this coming season or any?
Man, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be fun. I mean, before I get out of here, I'll just let you guys know. Obviously Veterans Day weekend's coming. The conference guys, I think that the season's going to start January 1st. So I'll let Jason and those guys talk about that. But the NBA Finals is going to be Memorial Day weekend in May. And this time it's going to be even bigger and better than at least we've anticipated. Right now, it's slated to be hosted in Wichita, Kansas, and so we're excited about that. I mean, middle of the country, great place to be. But the game goes on, and there's a lot of other opportunities that we're exploring to try and make it to make the platform that we have even bigger and better. And obviously there's the games in potentially a tournament in New Orleans. We have the facility. We have the facility secured at Tulane University, so we're looking forward to that tournament. And then just overall military basketball. As you can see with COVID subsiding, a lot of the old tournaments are coming back, like the Capital Classic. And so we're really excited. And again, we're out to support all military basketball. And, and we look forward to seeing a lot of our teams get out there and make the sacrifice to build resiliency. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. And today's tournament is the start of the first one of many to come in 2023.
Okay. So we definitely look forward to seeing that. Of course, like I said, have those individuals on to talk about from the conference standpoint when it comes to the NBA. Of course, as we on the lookout to see what more tournaments. Of course, we know some of them run concurrently with some of the things or breakaways, as we have the National Military Basketball Tournament that goes on, in which a lot of those organizations, a lot of those teams play in those as well. Some of the other things with the Joe Hall Classic and so on. So a lot, like the commissioner said, a lot of basketball to be played, and it's getting late in the season. So around that time in which the NBA and the college basketball is going to be getting ready into their tournament. So we look forward definitely and more to that to come.
Yeah, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys letting me come on and talk about these teams. And I'll try not to be a stranger.
We appreciate that, Commish. We do. We really do.
Yeah. See, we let Bishop get off without not talking about his Sooners. So.
That's what he does. Don't hate on it. He would have loved. He's gonna love when we get to talk about the NFL. So he can bring up
that part.
Them Eagles. So
you already know.
Commissioner Myers, we know you got to get off
Yeah.
after this morning, so we know you can't.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Appreciate you.
Yep. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks so
Have a
much.
good one.
Happy Veterans Day to you guys.
You too,
Same
man.
you.
Enjoy. Have a great weekend, sir.
All right.
Hey, to CC's post, Paul Pierce and KG and Ray only had one championship. What era? LeBron, Bosh, and Wade only had one too. What era? LeBron, AD had only one too. What era? LeBron and Kevin Love in Cleveland, they only had one. What era? What's your point, CC? What's your point? Okay, I'm just want to throw that out there.
So moving swiftly through real quick, of course. Last night finished up NBA, get into a little NFL before we get up out here, so we can get the picks as well. I know Bishop was probably roaring at it, so that way he thinks he might be taking over a league.
Might
this
be.
week.
Might be.
The Washington Wizards were able to take care of business last night, beating the Mavericks 113-105. Atlanta Hawks dispatched and took care of business in Atlanta, beating the 76ers 104-95. The Miami Heat got a 5-point W over the Charlotte Hornets with a 117-112 win. And lastly, the Pelicans fall to the Portland Trailblazers, 95-106. A slate tonight, though. Orlando Magic will play host to the Phoenix Suns. The Boston Celtics will be hosting the Denver Nuggets. The New York Knicks will be host to the Detroit Pistons. The OKC Thunder will be bringing in the Raptors. The San Antonio Spurs will be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the SS area. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Timberwolves will do battle in Memphis. The Golden State Warriors will be hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Los Angeles Lakers host Sacramento Kings tonight. Going on. So moving on into the NFL. Last night, what did you think of the game? Y'all catch the game?
Please tell me Bishop didn't say the Panthers was going to win.
He did. I don't think he did.
Okay. Because he ties me. Don't do this to me. Because I was Atlanta. What are y'all doing? That's what I feel like, man. Marcus Mariota.
What about the pass with Marcus Mariota on the ground, and which said he was down before he was said? I was like, come on, what are you doing, Marcus? Like, that's got to be the new. Y'all cannot speak anymore about a butt fumble after that shenanigan. But in case.
Fumble.
Marcus Mariota last night, 19 for 30, 186 yards, passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also had 3 carries for 43 yards. Caleb Huntley, 32 yards rushing. Cordell Patterson, 5 carries for 18. Tyler Algier, 8 carries for 20 yards. Demir Bird, 3 receptions for 58 yards. Drake London, 5 for 38 with a touchdown. Curl Hodge was 2 for 37 with a touchdown. The Panthers, who took care of business, 10 for 16, passing 108 yards for Philip or PJ Walker. Deontay Foreman doing exactly what he does. I knew he was going to be a good backup or a good pickup because he basically did the same thing in which he did when they lost Derrick Henry when he played with the Titans. He's doing it now that Christian McCaffrey has moved on. 31 carries, 130 yards, 1 touchdown.
I feel like they're doing better with McCaffrey gone.
The Viscous Chenault, 2 receptions for 2 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown. Raheem Blackshear, 6 for 32. Terrence Marshall Jr., 1 reception for 43 yards. DJ Moore, 4 for 29. Viscous Chenault, 3 for 17. To go off what Bishop was saying, actually, I would agree with that. They're looking better without McCaffrey. I wonder if that because they relied so heavily on McCaffrey. Could it be the simple fact that Wilkes is better, game planning better, and just so happened McCaffrey isn't there? Eric said he had never watched them play each other again.
Yeah.
The NFC South. It happened again. Another Thursday night game that wasn't really that bright.
Exciting.
but we have other games in which we have, of course,
Who y'all picked for last night's game?
Atlanta.
Both of y'all?
Yep.
Ooh. See, I missed it because I was too busy getting ready. When you sent that to me, I was headed out to the theater. I was running late, and I didn't see it until after the movie. And the movie got over right as the game was starting. So I was like, dang. But I was gonna pick the Panthers. But either way, they was playing at home. That's the only reason why I was picking them.
With
Y'all, that mean I'd have tied you, Ron. You lucked out, bro. You lucked out. I'd have tied you.
Praise the ancestors.
I'd have tied you.
Okay, so Ron is currently a half a game ahead of you.
Okay.
So of course, a couple of things that come in as we go through these. We don't know if Josh Allen is going to be playing. He missed his second consecutive practice due to the UCL injury. His status is unclear. Case Keenum is looking to start. Maybe we might have a situation where Buffalo takes care of business with Case Keenum at the helm, knocking off his former team.
That's the thing. The Buffalo Bills defense is gonna have to carry them if Josh can't play. They really gonna have to carry that team if Josh doesn't play.
Additionally,
I thought Minnesota was a good team. They should win regardless, right, Eric?
If you let Eric tell the story, Eric and Zach, it could have been Brett Favre over there. Yeah, you let them tell the story. Yeah.
A sad day for the San Francisco 49ers as cornerback Jason Verrett is out again. He just came back. Was back in practice after a torn ACL injury. He messes around in practice, tears his Achilles heel. So he's out again for the season as he just came back from being out for the season. Of course, he was drafted in 2016 by the Los Angeles Chargers. Then the San Diego Chargers. Additionally, he has played in 6 games between 2016 and 2019. So it was a bad situation for basically Jason Verrett. The Los Angeles Chargers also waived their 2019 first-round draft pick, defensive lineman Jerry Tillery. He's played 7 games from them this year, in which he had compiled 1.5 sacks. His career is 10.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. The Las Vegas Raiders have put tight end Darren Waller as well as slot receiver Hunter Renfrow on the IR. They'll be out for at least 4 games going forward. Both will miss the next 4 games. Additionally, linebacker Blake Martinez retires at the age of 28. As we know, Blake Martinez was a 2016 4th-round pick from the Green Bay Packers, in which he played for the Green Bay Packers, the New York Giants, as well as the Las Vegas Raiders. The last 4 games in which he compiled 2 starts and 20 tackles. He has in 78 games, 84 games played. He started 78 throughout his career, in which he compiled 13 sacks and 4 interceptions, and being sometimes the top tackler on his team. So going in right quick so we get these picks before we get up out of here. First up, Seattle and Buccaneers, gentlemen. Who y'all rocking with?
Give me the Bucs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going with Seattle. I said if he won another game, I'll start looking to it. I think Seattle gets the win this week. Tampa Bay, Ron? Okay, let's go.
Every time he get all excited like he's gonna do something. Every week he come up short.
Next, last time, the Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears.
That's a hard one, bro. God,
it is.
I'm taking Chicago. I'm going with Chicago too. I'm going with Fields. Now that he got Juju, I'm going with Fields.
You mean mini Megatron, Claypool?
Claypool, that's what I meant. I meant Claypool.
Chicago to Detroit. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let's go Detroit.
That's what I like.
That's dang. Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns.
Give me Miami, of course. Where they playing at?
In Miami.
Yeah, give me Miami.
I'm there too, Miami.
The home teams is holding it down so far, Miami.
Yeah. Give me Miami,
Miami it is for Ron. The Titans and the Broncos.
Titans.
Tennessee. Ron.
Titans.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Titans.
Tennessee. That's Tennessee apiece. All right. Next up. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, what? Hold on. No, the
Bills,
Minnesota
Vikings,
Vikings and the
and
Vikings.
Bills.
Yes.
Give me them. I'm taking them Bills. I'm taking
Buffalo.
Buffalo over the Vikings, bro. In Buffalo, give me the Vikings, bro. Eric taking Seattle. Zach taking Seattle. Eric taking the Bears. Zach taking the Lions. Eric taking the Miami. Zach taking Miami. Eric, of course, taking the. I'm taking the Titans. Zach taking the Titans. I ain't heard nothing from them two from this Bills and Vikings game though. Who y'all pick? Who you got around? Vikings or Bills? Which one is it?
It's cold up. So passing team. Dalvin Cook. Yeah. I really want to say Minnesota.
Who y'all taking?
I'm waiting for Trey.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Oh, let's do it. Minnesota it is.
Okay, I'm the only one taking the Bills. All right,
You're gonna be the
that's what I
only one
want.
sipping like, man.
Wait,
Next game, New York Giants and the Houston Texans. New York.
Yeah, I'm taking y'all.
That was the Jets and the who?
The New York
The Jets?
Giants.
No, the Giants and the Texans.
Oh, Giants and Texans. Giants, easy.
Yeah.
Next up, the game before it's mentioned. Eric said, "I'm taking the Bills." Next game up, the Jaguars, Jacksonville, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Give me Patrick the Great, baby. Give me Patrick the Great. At
I'm not taking Patrick the
Arrowhead.
Great, but I take the Kansas City Chiefs.
If you taking Kansas City, you taking Patrick the Great. He plays for them. What do you mean?
Patrick
You're
Mahomes.
taking
I don't know who Patrick the Great is.
Patrick the Great Mahomes. That's who he is, and you know who he is.
Clean
You know
sweep.
exactly who he is.
You going
Eric
Kansas City, Ron?
Yeah.
KC. That's a clean sleep for that one. Next up,
Steelers and Saints.
Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the New Orleans Saints. Pittsburgh is the home team.
Trash bowl.
Yep, toilet bowl.
Dumpster juice.
Is Jameis playing?
I'll take Tom.
No, it's But you know what? You know they signed Cam Newton,
Who did?
Pittsburgh. I mean not
No, they
Pittsburgh. New Orleans.
No, they did not.
Yeah, they did.
No, stop lying.
Adam
Are you
Scheffler,
serious?
or they're talking about it. Adam Scheffler.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
He's on a roster.
What? Say it ain't so, bro.
Ron taking Pittsburgh, Bishop.
Who'd you take, Trey?
I went with New Orleans.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. Yep, give me Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh.
I'm sorry. Next up, Cowboys and the Packers.
I thought the Colts.
I'm sorry, Colts and the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders. I'm gonna take Carr and them. I'm taking the Raiders in Las Vegas, baby. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
New head coach, new offensive coordinator. I'm going with the Raiders.
Woo! Easy. This is going to be my safe haven right here. There's no way the Raiders win any more football games this year. Give me the Colts.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I need to catch you right there, Ron. That's the catcher, right? That's the game catcher right there. That's the game catcher right there.
Next up, the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
Damn it, your damn Rams run. Fuck. I don't know what to get with these cats, man. These Rams are. I don't know what to do with these Rams, man. Golly.
Rams at home.
Rams, Bishop. Who you got? Arizona or the Rams?
Who?
You,
Who you pick?
the Rams.
Oh, let me go with the Rams then. Who Ron pick?
The Rams.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the few have that's an actual home.
The Cowboys and the Packers.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The 49ers and the Chargers for the last
This is
game.
a trap game. This is a trap game. That's a trap game. If I ain't ever seen a trap game before, that's a trap game.
Go ahead and pick the Chargers in.
No, because I need Garoppolo to do his thing, man, because he's my fantasy football player. So I'm gonna go with 49ers, man, in San Fran. Give me the 49ers. And then y'all know the major game, the Monday night game is coming, so we don't pick that one until Monday. But that's the game that everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? It's been
Ron, Chargers or 49ers?
I guess you're waiting.
He said, "Yes, you waiting."
I will take the Chargers.
LAC.
Me and Bishop got 3 separate picks.
So currently, if y'all didn't know, the standings sit at 72-47 for Bishop, 73-47 for Ron, and then lastly myself, 65-55. Just like Bishop had a good week, I just need a good week. It's more than 10 games here. I can get 10 games, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll bring me closer. So it remains to be seen. We'll see how that all goes out, how it all pans out. As y'all know, that is the show for today. Gracious, saying happy Veterans Day to all those out there. It looks good to look up and see all the Facebook and Instagram and all that type of stuff for people putting up from the farmers or giving love to veterans, whether it's them themselves, a family member, or anyone like that. I hope y'all greatly enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all know to catch us back here Monday to talk about more. We should have a new a new AP poll. We should have a crown all service champion at that time. Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, men or women. We'll have hopefully a new some of the division champions. Division leaders should have changed. All that going down. Some more. Maybe the Lakers get 3 wins over the next course of the next couple of days. It's possible. All that is possible. Like I say, favorite bets on the net. We greatly and graciously appreciate y'all rocking with us, especially those. I know Eric. He's about time for him to go. Is lunchtime. Where's lunch at? You said, Eric, where you about to go get lunch at? In any case, like I said, we greatly appreciate y'all. It's Veterans Day. Go ahead out and avoid Hooters. Get them wings. Go out and enjoy y'all's weekends. Check the vets out. If in or around the New Orleans area, be sure to pull up. The Fort Polk military basketball team will be playing at the Smoothie King Arena at 2:30. Hit me up so you can get the tickets. I can send you a link to get the tickets. They will be playing the Beaumont Panthers, the TBL Professional League basketball team at the Smoothie King Arena at 2:30. Of course, you get purchase tickets for that game. You get a chance to pull up and see the Pelicans play the Houston Rockets later on that night. Tap in, hit me up. Ron, any words before we get out here, brother? silence is compliance. Like I said, be sure to go out, tap out, go check a look at. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Enjoy the weekend, love and all that to all my fellow brother and sisters in arm, regardless of what force you were in, what the time it was, and what you did. Not everyone answers the call to duty, but you all did, and that makes you that much special in my book. Greatly appreciate y'all. I'm gonna help you all enjoy your day. I'm Trey. Holla at your boy. We're out.